Today we are going to make a creamy Cajun style dish that has under 400 calories with a whopping 47 grams of protein. First things off, I will prepare about 2 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning. You can use a store-bought one, which is totally fine, or combine in a glass half a teaspoon of paprika, quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, quarter teaspoon of garlic powder, quarter teaspoon of onion powder, quarter teaspoon of thyme, quarter teaspoon of oregano, a strong pinch of salt, and freshly ground black pepper. Combine everything and set it aside. For the protein source, I will use 1 skinless chicken breast, which weighs around 180 grams. I will cut the chicken into small strips, about 2 cm or 1 inch thick. Cutting the chicken into smaller strips will help coat everything with seasoning, and also it cooks a lot faster. After I've cut everything, I will put it into a plate, add a touch of oil, and then I will add in half of the prepared seasoning. I will use the other half later on. Then go in with your hands and mix the chicken until everything is covered with seasoning and the chicken turned red. Next are the vegetables, and I will keep it simple here. I will use a half green and a half red bell pepper. They weigh 150 grams in total. I will cut the peppers first into planks, turn them, and then cut again into smaller cubes. I will also dice a small yellow onion that weighs 50 grams. Next I will prepare 100 grams of chicken stock. If you don't have access to store-bought one, just combine 100 grams of cold water with chicken stock powder. I recommend having one of these in your pantry. It's a versatile flavor boost for a lot of recipes. 1 teaspoon or 4 grams goes into the glass, mix it, and then it's time to cook. I will preheat the pan to medium-high heat and start with the chicken first. I will spread it as best as I can so the meat gets in contact with the pan for maximum browning. I will let the chicken fry for around 1 minute, and as soon as it has some nice color like this, I will flip everything, let it fry again for another minute or so until both sides develop browning, and then remove the chicken from the pan. Don't worry if it's slightly undercooked. The meat is still hot and will keep cooking in your plate. The pan goes back on the stove. I will add a touch of oil, and then I will add the vegetables. I will keep frying them under occasional stirring for about 3 to 4 minutes. They will slowly caramelize and develop color as well. Once you are happy with the browning, this was 4 minutes later, add in the remaining seasoning. Keep stirring everything for about 20 seconds or so. The seasoning will get toasted, which will develop deep additional flavor compounds. Now, this is the part where creamy dishes gets a ton of calories. Most recipes call now for heavy cream, which will make this dish a lot tastier, but will also add a ton of calories. So I will swap heavy cream for laughing cow cheese and evaporated milk. Laughing cow comes in these 20 grams wedges that normally are used as a spread, but can also be added into sauces to make them creamier. Evaporated milk, on the other hand, is a concentrated milk that will add sweetness like heavy cream, but for 1/3 of the calories. I like this combination a lot. So add in the prepared chicken stock and also the evaporated milk. I will let it simmer for about a minute or so. This will already make the sauce a bit thicker, and then go in with the laughing cow. You need to incorporate the cheese by pressing it down. It will not just melt easily, but after a minute of stirring, it will be fully mixed in and will make the sauce a lot creamier. Now we'll add in back the chicken and let everything heat up again for just a minute. The chicken will be already cooked at this point, so don't overdo it or it will become dry. And look at this creamy sauce, and I'm telling you, the smell alone is out of this world. So you could eat everything like this and it will taste great. However, I always add some sort of carbohydrate to make the dish even better. You could choose between pasta or rice. Calorie-wise, there is pretty much no difference. Both have around 350 calories. However, pasta has a bit more protein, so that is something to keep in mind. Most of the times I go with 200 calories worth of carbohydrates, which is 60 grams. I will cook pasta for this one. And there you have a healthier, creamy Cajun chicken dish. It's spicy, it's savory, and tastes absolutely delicious. The macros without the carbohydrates are 388 calories, 22 grams of carbs, 14 grams of fat, and 47 grams of protein. If you like this recipe, you need to check out my low-calorie, high-protein cookbook that will help you lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. Finally, a diet that works. From breakfast to lunch to dessert, everything you need is in this book. And the best part is that you will receive every recipe update for free after you've purchased the book. See it as a once-in-a-lifetime investment into your health. Link is in the description. If you like this recipe, you need to try out this high-protein orange chicken, so click on this video and see you there.